Are you aware that some of the foods you consume daily might be gradually harming you and your loved ones? Do you know that even apparently nutritious foods could contain concealed poisons that might cause severe illness or even death? Hello everyone, welcome to the Natural Cures channel. Today we're addressing a crucial topic, the surprising truth about 10 common foods that it's advisable to stop consuming immediately before it's too late. I understand this may sound alarming, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge needed to make healthier decisions to safeguard yourself and your loved ones. So, prepare to take notes and let's embark on our journey to improved health together.
Apple seeds. First on our list is something unexpected: apple seeds. We've all heard the adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. While apples are indeed very beneficial, their seeds contain a substance called amygdalin that breaks down into cyanide in your digestive system. Cyanide is a potent poison that interferes with oxygen transport in the blood, causing hypoxemia and potential fatality. That bitter taste you notice in apple seeds, that's the cyanide. The good news is that your body can manage small amounts of cyanide. You would need to ingest hundreds or thousands of apple seeds to be at risk of poisoning. However, it's still best to avoid consuming the seeds altogether. Simply remove them before eating your apple or spit them out. Pufferfish. Next on our list is pufferfish, also known as fugu. This delicacy is highly regarded in certain regions, particularly in Japan. Yet, if not meticulously prepared by a skilled chef, consuming pufferfish can be lethal. The ovaries, liver, and intestines of pufferfish contain tetrodotoxin, an incredibly potent neurotoxin that is up to 1,200 times more deadly than cyanide. Tetrodotoxin paralyzes the nervous system and causes respiratory muscles to cease functioning, essentially causing suffocation on land. In Japan, fugu chefs undergo rigorous training and apprenticeship, lasting 2 to 3 years before obtaining a license to prepare the fish. Unripe elderberries. Elderberries have gained popularity recently as a natural remedy for colds and flu. Ripened cooked elderberries do indeed possess antiviral and immune-boosting properties. However, the rest of the elderberry plant, the leaves, twigs, roots, and unripe berries, are toxic. Unripe elderberries and other plant parts contain bitter alkaloids that can generate cyanide. If the berries are unripe or improperly prepared, they can induce severe nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. There was a reported case by the CDC where 8 individuals had to be airlifted to a hospital after consuming juice made from elderberry leaves and branches during a retreat. They experienced intense vomiting within 15 minutes. Fortunately, all of them recovered. The lesson here is to only consume elderberry products from reputable commercial sources. Never attempt to create your own elderberry remedies using the raw plant. Leave the task to experts who ensure proper ripeness and preparation. Undercooked kidney beans. Beans are an excellent source of plant-based protein and fiber. However, many beans, especially red kidney beans, can cause severe digestive distress if undercooked. Kidney beans contain a protein called phytohemagglutinin, PHA, which serves as a natural insecticide and anti-nutrient. This protein is the bean's defense mechanism against consumption in the wild. When ingested by humans, PHA can induce extreme nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and diarrhea within hours. The tricky part is that briefly boiling the beans at a low temperature can make PHA more potent and toxic than consuming them raw. According to the FDA, kidney beans must be boiled vigorously for a full 10 minutes to neutralize PHA. Slow cooking or simmering at low heat is insufficient. The good news is that canned kidney beans are pre-cooked and safe to eat. If preparing dried kidney beans, soak them for at least 5 hours, discard the water, then boil vigorously for 10 minutes before reducing to a simmer until tender. This will render PHA harmless, allowing you to enjoy beans without worry. Castor beans. Castor oil has long been utilized as a natural laxative for alleviating constipation. However, what many people don't realize is that the same castor beans used in oil production contain ricin, one of the most lethal poisons known to man. Ricin is so potent that even a minuscule amount the size of a grain of salt can be fatal to an adult. It functions by inhibiting protein synthesis in cells, leading to organ failure, seizures, and death within days. Ricin gained notoriety as a murder weapon in the television series Breaking Bad. Fortunately, the ricin is deactivated during the castor oil extraction process through heat, making the oil itself safe for consumption or topical use. However, it's crucial never to attempt making castor oil at home from raw beans. A single bean can be lethal to a child. If you have castor bean plants as ornamentals, keep them out of reach of children and pets. When handling them, wear gloves and thoroughly wash your hands. Teach children never to put unknown seeds or beans in their mouths. Unripe lychees. Lychees are a delightful tropical fruit rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and beneficial nutrients. Nevertheless, consuming unripe lychees, particularly on an empty stomach, can lead to severe consequences. In northern India, hundreds of malnourished children were dying each spring from a mysterious illness. They would wake up screaming, experience seizures, and fall into comas. Nearly half of them would perish, while the rest were left with permanent brain damage. After extensive research, scientists finally identified the culprit. Unripe lychees consumed by hungry children contained a toxin known as hypoglycin A. On an empty stomach, hypoglycin A caused a drastic drop in blood sugar levels and triggered acute brain swelling. Following this discovery, incidents declined as parents were cautioned against allowing children to consume unripe lychees. The fruit should be fully ripened to red or pink before consumption. Ripe lychees are safe and beneficial to eat. This tragic tale emphasizes the importance of maintaining a balanced diet, avoiding excessive consumption of any one food, and listening to your body. If something tastes off or makes you feel unwell, trust your instincts. Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a delightful spice that adds warmth and depth to both sweet and savory dishes. In small quantities, it's perfectly harmless. However, ingesting as little as 2 teaspoons of nutmeg can result in nutmeg poisoning. Nutmeg contains a compound called myristicin, which acts as a psychoactive substance. In high doses, myristicin can induce hallucinations, out-of-body experiences, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, irregular heartbeat, and organ failure. Some individuals have attempted to use nutmeg as a recreational drug, but the experience is far from pleasant and certainly not safe. The side effects are extremely uncomfortable, and there is no antidote for nutmeg poisoning. Does this mean you should dispose of the nutmeg in your spice rack? Not at all. In normal culinary quantities, nutmeg is delightful. The toxic threshold is much higher than any recipe would necessitate. Simply be mindful of the potential for misuse, particularly among teenagers and young adults seeking an inexpensive, legal high. Educate your children about the dangers and monitor their nutmeg consumption if you suspect abuse.
Green potatoes. Potatoes are a nutritious, versatile staple in diets. Whether mashed, baked, roasted, or fried, potatoes are delicious and satisfying. However, if you notice a greenish hue or sprouting eyes on your potatoes, steer clear. Green potatoes and sprouts contain a nerve toxin called solanine. Ingesting excessive solanine can cause vomiting, diarrhea, fever, jaundice, cardiac arrhythmia, nightmares, hallucinations, loss of sensation, paralysis, and even death. Solanine serves as the potato's natural defense against insects, diseases, and herbivores. The green color arises from chlorophyll, which itself is harmless, but indicates the presence of solanine. Exposure to light and warm temperatures increases solanine production. To minimize exposure to solanine, store potatoes in a cool, dark place. Trim away any green spots or sprouts before cooking and consumption. Discard potatoes that are predominantly green. Solanine concentrations are highest in sprouts, flowers, and leaves, so avoid consuming those parts. Peeling the skin also removes the majority of solanine. Deep frying at high temperatures does not effectively reduce solanine levels, making French fries from green potatoes unsafe. As long as your potatoes are firm, unsprouted, and devoid of green coloration, they are perfectly safe to eat.
Raw cashews. Last but not least, let's discuss cashews. You've likely encountered raw cashews for sale and assumed they were safe to snack on straight from the package. However, here's the surprising truth. Those raw cashews have actually undergone heat treatment to eliminate a toxic substance known as urushiol. Urushiol is the same compound responsible for the itchy, blistering rash caused by